Hello and welcome to the Pub Footy Podcast. I'm your host, Diego Cerrone. With me, the two boys, Coach John Martinez, Carlos Castro, and we are back for our latest episode. How's everyone doing?
I can't believe it's September already.
Yes, sir.
We're in full swing, boys. Full swing.
That's it. Fall ball is here. Let's get it going.
Fall ball is here. We have our first international window of the season, of the new season already coming up, and some Prem action that we'll go over. So we got some Prem action. We have the Inter Miami losing in the final of the League's Cup to Seattle Sounders, plus the debacle that happened after. And then I want to ask you guys, what do you guys want to talk about today?
There's been a lot of things that's happened this week. I mean, you want me to just give you like a couple topics?
Just give us one that you think that you
Nico
would want to do.
Jackson.
Nico Jackson, I do like that one. Love that. Okay, John.
Liverpool spending £600 million this summer, and Arsenal still being the favorites
Favorites by who? Whose standards?
by all the pundits that hate them.
By all the pundits that.
All the pundits that don't show them love. They all fucking hate them. Now they're fucking. Well, we'll see. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
Sweet. So let's go over the Prem action that happened over the weekend. So I'll just go one by one. Chelsea 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. Everton with the Jackie Grealish. I think he had 3 assists that game.
I think
Well,
so.
Boys balling.
One was like a half assist, but we'll give him 3 assists. Jackie Grealish with a 2-3 assist game, 3-2 over Wolves. Bournemouth defeats Spurs 1-0. Man United defeat Burnley on a last-minute PK by Bruno Fernandes. Controversial. Sunderland beat Brentford 2-1. Leeds United tie Newcastle. Brighton defeat Man City 2-1 at home on a last-minute goal. Fantastic goal. West Ham defeat Nottingham Forest 3-0. Liverpool Arsenal on a banger of a free kick by Dominic Szoboszlai. I apologize, Johnny. And then 3-0 Crystal Palace over Aston Villa. Also the Marc Guehi drama.
Debacle.
one.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad as well. So cool. I think out of all the games, we could obviously talk about Liverpool Arsenal in a second. What was the other game that was good, controversial, something that stood out to you guys?
Yeah, I talked about the Chelsea game, bro. The controversial Chelsea game. That it's absurd.
People say it's controversial.
It
I
is
just say it's a bad call. There's bad calls every game.
That's controversial though. It has
Anytime there's like a slight mistake in a Chelsea game, bro, everybody was involved. Everybody was mad. It was, the biggest
What are you talking about?
the biggest missed call in the history of the Premier League
What are you
games.
talking about? What are you talking about? Chelsea
People were like
about calls that go their way, and then people complain, and then people expose those bad calls.
Chelsea doesn't really get calls like that. This year, they've been fortunate, right? It happened in the first game with Crystal Palace. They were fortunate this time that happened.
That's twice.
But,
that's
okay. But we also went like the last few years without getting calls. But what I'm saying is, but that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, the game did change after that call. But people are saying that's the worst mistake they've ever seen in the history of soccer.
Only one commentator said that.
The guy Robbie from fucking.
Only one guy said it. Only one guy said it. He said that.
Peacock, bro. I was like, what is going on, bro?
He said that. It was a terrible call. It was a terrible call. It was so bad. There's no way you think that's a good call. There's no way you think that's a good football refereeing call, a judgment call right there.
Hey.
There's no way you think so.
Chalaba could have got sent to the hospital, bro.
Oh my goodness.
He could have broken his foot.
For the listeners that are listening and for the people that are watching, someone give us a synopsis of the bad call.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Wait, now you want me to give a synopsis of the bad call?
Go ahead. I thought that was an okay call.
You thought it was an okay call.
I thought it was all right. I've seen worse. I've seen better.
That's it. You're so in and or out. You're not even. You're like tiptoeing, bro. You're like, am I gonna do this? Am I not gonna do this? No, it's
what happened?
Munoz beats in the middle of the park. Munoz beats Chabola, whatever his fucking name is. Like, I'm so pissed. Right? Beats him to the ball.
See how angry he is?
Beats him to the ball. Right?
Yes.
And when he beats him to the ball, he does. What do you call this move, Carlos?
I call it like a Maradona.
Like a Maradona. He does a Maradona.
Yeah.
Puts his foot on the ball, turns, and while he's turning, Chabola puts his foot in the play.
Okay.
Yes or no?
He steps in, yeah.
Right. He steps in. Right? When Nunez is turning in the same direction he turns, because he's trying to go to goal, he steps on Chabola's foot.
6 studs on top of Chalba's
He
foot.
steps on his foot in that motion and then plays the ball to an 18-year-old Fulham Academy, homegrown, and then they score off the goal. They bring it back because the referee said it was a careless challenge.
Bad
He
wording
framed
for
it
him.
as a careless challenge. He looked at the monitor for 5 fucking minutes, and he deemed it a careless challenge for Munoz. And there's no way in any footballing world that you think that that's a careless challenge. I
No, it's
laughed
not.
when he said that. I laughed.
It was not careless.
Dude, it wasn't
Right,
even a
because
challenge.
he's in motion.
It's not even a challenge. It's not a challenge, Carlos. It's far
Okay,
from a
I'm
challenge.
not arguing you.
Right?
It's not a
It's far-
challenge.
it's-
Still a foul. It's like if I pull someone's shirt, it's not careless, but it's a foul.
those are two different scenarios. You're doing it. You're pulling someone's shirt with intention to pull a shirt. He's doing a skill move with the intention of keep going forward.
It was unfortunate that he stepped on the guy. I'm not saying it.
So is that a foul or is that not a foul?
It's up for interpretation. The ref looked at the VAR. He could have said it was all good. He didn't. He decided to go with the foul. It's up for interpretation. If they called it a goal, cool. If they didn't call it a goal because of the foul, cool.
Well, because it changes the whole premise of the footballing match.
But I understand both ways. I understand like it was unfortunate. It wasn't on purpose, so you allow that. But at the same time, he fucking stomped on this guy's foot.
Did Chalobah, did he maintain on the floor? Was he rolling around? I didn't see this, so
He did. He did.
so he was on the floor.
I mean, he was in pain. Like that shit was painful.
Got it.
Yeah, because because people get stepped
It's
on.
not like he was.
People
Yeah.
get stepped on in football because it's football and it happens.
I mean,
You've been in the
how often?
park. You've been in the middle of the park.
Yeah, you got stepped on.
No, when you turn with the ball and you've stepped on people,
I know, and I know that shit hurt
it's
them.
called because it happens. People get stepped on. It's a contact sport. Now you're taking away from the sport of what actually happens throughout a game. And if you do that, you're taking a lot from the football.
How often do people get stepped on in the
All the
field? And it's
time.
called every time. It's called every time.
Not. I've been stepped on plenty of times, and
No, I'm talking about not us. Like not. I'm talking about like in the pros. Like the slightest they're falling and it's a foul every time.
plenty of times in the Premier League. People get stomped on plenty of times, and nothing gets called. Plenty of times.
I think the opposite, bro.
There's no
I
way-
think I see slight, like barely a step on someone, and it's a foul because they fall, they roll, whatever.
That's
I
not a
don't know.
foul. There's no way it's a foul. There's no way it's a foul, dude. You can
We need to
that.
watch it with Diego.
It's not a foul. There's no way it's
See if you could pull it up. Obviously, maybe like for YouTube, you won't show that part.
Let's see.
No, bro. I can't. There's no way I can look at that and be like, that's a foul.
And whatever. Let's say it was a bad call for some people. For most people in the world, they thought it was a bad call. And that's okay. It happens in soccer, right? But the fact that people were saying it was one of the worst calls they've ever seen.
Said that. One person said that.
It's the only pundit we're watching on Peacock.
One person said that. One person said that, and then people were like, it was a pretty bad call. He said that because he felt really strongly about it. Because I guess it's part of the football match. It's part of the
Well,
football.
he said that made the PGMO whatever come out and say it was a horrible call. That made him the VAR ref get kicked out of the Arsenal Liverpool game. So all that outrage is what leading up to these calls.
Because they're big calls. Because that's the second time PGMO gets it wrong in that aspect, in that capacity. I'm not saying because it's Chelsea, but I'm saying in that capacity, you get it wrong. You can't get it wrong in that capacity because
All right,
you
here
affect
we
the
go.
football match.
Mourinho said it best, bro. Refs are scared to make calls for Chelsea because when they do, everyone's up in arms.
Oh my God.
That's what he said, word for word.
Here.
This guy cooked toasting though.
It's a good goal.
And the reason why I don't think it's a foul because he gets there first. Like Chalobah's nowhere near, like in terms of when they slow it down, because when you slow it down, you look at it, Munoz gets there way beforehand, like way before he does. And then he puts his foot out there.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
I'm not
it's
saying
just
you're,
unfortunate.
Defender, you're always gonna put your foot out there, but you're
All right, let's see. I need to see the slow-mo. Oh, they just keep replaying the same image. Oh, here we go.
It looks like more like a foul every time I see it. Like, I get it could be a bad call, right? The ref could have decided that it wasn't a foul, but for the amount of outrage over this call, I thought was crazy.
I think the amount of outrage. Well, that one guy, obviously Robbie Lowe, whatever his name is, he fucking hated it to that point.
Oh, was
I
it
just didn't-
Robbie Musto from?
Yeah, Robbie Musto. Yeah, he hated it. I just didn't think it was a good call. I thought it was a bad footballing call.
You see,
Right.
my problem with this is that it's almost like basketball, like the landing foot. Where is he supposed to land?
For sure. No, it's unfortunate. Why? So at the same time, I agree. They could have called it a goal. The ref looked at the VAR. He could have been like, actually, I think that's not the right call to the video assistant referee. He decided to go with that. I mean, it's unfortunate. It could be a foul. Some people could call that a foul. Some people wouldn't. But it's
Yeah.
up for interpretation, right?
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't have called a foul because where can he land his foot, right?
Yeah, no.
I guess
that's fair.
he could touch it and like extend his feet, but I don't know. People do that as well, so I don't know.
And I only said it's the second time it happens in literally 3 games for Chelsea, because it has.
Well, I mean, the first one was a free kick, and
That's so bizarre.
the first one was a free kick, and Guehi literally tossed Moises off the wall.
That wasn't the foul,
Wasn't
though.
it?
No, dude, the thing where he was too close to the wall.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So the thing is, like, you're thinking it's a foul if he's tossing him, but it's not. It's because the referee said he was too close to the wall. And since when? I've never seen that being called before in the
I
Prem.
haven't either. I didn't know that was the
So that's something people are saying. I'm not saying it's Chelsea. I'm just saying that it was two fortunate VAR calls that go their way that can be pretty influential in 3 games, right? It can be 6 points that you don't have in 3 games. It's just reality. It's the truth, right? And I mean, listen, you said you're fortunate to get the call. You're not fortunate not to get the call if you're the team, right? The first game you got a point. This game you got all 3.
Yeah, but let's hope it'll even out. Maybe Chelsea will get a bad call, against them in the next 2 to 3 games, right? But I wouldn't have called it a PK. I wouldn't have called it a PK. So let's kind of end it there. Carlo, well, who brought this up? Johnny. Carlos, what was your topic?
No, I think you were just going. What were we talking about? I thought you were going through the scores. No,
No,
I did,
yeah,
but then I asked John.
You're like, well, what happened this weekend that was probably controversial?
Okay, controversial.
Or a game that you saw that you really liked and enjoyed.
I mean, you want to just talk a little bit about Nico Jackson?
Yeah, sure. What happened?
All right, so Nico Jackson was sent to Bayern on loan. At the same time, the lap pulls his hammy in the Chelsea game. And as a club, obviously you want to cancel that loan deal because you kind of need a striker now. So that happens. Nico Jackson and his agents are fighting it. They don't want to go back. They're already in Munich. I think the documents were signed or about to be signed. And he fights tooth and nail to stay. And at the end, Chelsea give in because I don't think they had to, but they do give in to him.
Yep. I mean, it was one of the most expensive loans I think ever.
I think it is the most expensive loan.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that I think they were going to call him back, Chelsea kind of renegotiated the deal. So they made the loan a little bit more expensive to, I think, about 17 million euros. And they added what they wanted was the obligation to buy.
Yep.
So because of that, Nico Jackson is about to be possibly worth $80 million.
Which
80
is
million
insane.
euros, bro. Which is insane. Which
Yeah.
is why Chelsea is the best-selling business team in the world. And there's no doubt about that.
Yes.
They can sell anybody.
16.5 million pounds plus the 65 million obligation to buy after.
That's nuts.
That's
Bad business from Bayern. Bayern's usually pretty clean with this.
Backup striker, which is the craziest part. It's not even like he's gonna really start. They paid that much for a backup striker.
For a bad backup striker.
Hey, he's one of the best in the world.
I think Bayern definitely got fleeced for this. I mean, who else? They could have gone so many other people. I don't know why Nico Jackson was the guy that they really wanted.
I don't know why they wanted his striker profile, but he did. The reason why Chelsea were in second place last year before he got injured was mainly because of him and Cole. And the second he goes down and Chelsea, slide in that downward path that they went on is because Nico wasn't on the field. And he averages about 12 goals a season in the Prem, which is okay. And you see bums from the Bundesliga coming to the Prem for $90 million with, hit or miss seasons. Nico Jackson for 80 mil could be a steal.
I don't know. I really doubt it. Well, let's see though, because I feel like in Bayern has the team, right, to knock and just get that one. You just need to have that final touch in net, right? So Nico Jackson's gonna have more service by the Bayern squad as a whole. So maybe he is that better option. I just don't think he's a good player. I don't rate him at all.
Some days I love him. Other days I think he's the worst player in the world.
I mean, we saw him live and he was awful.
Worst player in the world that day.
Bad business from Bayern, honestly.
And I think I saw Nico Cantor talk about it on an Instagram post, and it was about players that do everything right by the club, and at the end of the day, they're the ones that get held by them, which is what happened with Guehi, right?
Exactly. Yep.
He played for Crystal Palace. He's given them everything. He wanted to make that Liverpool move, and then at the end of the day, with minutes coming down to the transfer deadline, Crystal Palace is just like, nah, you're staying with us.
That manager said he was gonna leave. He's like, I'm gonna walk away.
Did he?
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna step down if you sell him, because they were supposed to sell Igor. I mean, they were supposed to sign Igor, something else like another hijack collapse deal, and then didn't give them the center back they needed. So he's like, if you don't find no one to replace him in time, I'm leaving. And so that's when they didn't sign off on the thing because he had his medical and everything done already.
And now Guehi doesn't want to be captain for them. He wants to he wants to step down.
Damn.
From
And the thing
being
is,
captain.
like, if he treats it the same way Isak treated it, and the same way Victor Gyökeres treated it, they just what fans would say, they were being divas, brats, whatever.
Yeah.
If he did that, he would have got what he wanted. He would have made that move, and but when the player does it right by the club and by the fans, they're the ones that get
No, Victor got
up.
fleeced too because he had a gentleman's agreement with the club with Sporting, and Sporting's like, nah, we want all the money. Hence why he wanted so much money, and he's like, no, dude, if you're gonna fucking fleece me, I'm gonna do you one. And I'm not going to play. I'm not going to show up and this and that. So
Michael Owen, I think, had the same opinion as Nico Cantor Carlos. I saw something like, don't be surprised if the players that do right by the clubs, this is what happens to them. So don't be surprised that, they'll start acting like these other guys who kind of sit out and don't want to play. So
I mean, it might have also just worked out for Guehi because I think Real Madrid and Barca want him now.
Right, right. He scored a nice goal this weekend. I don't know if you guys saw.
And he'll go for free.
And he'll go for free.
He'll go for free because his contract runs up by next year.
Right, right.
So they're gonna get rid of him in the winter transfer for some money.
They should. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Probably go to Liverpool anyway.
Yeah. And by that time, hopefully they get a replacement.
Yeah,
they have an agreement in place with the replacement. But yeah, no, it was bad stuff. Let's actually just highlight some of the other transfers that happened over the deadline. I have some pulled up. Obviously, the big one, Alexander Isak finally confirmed to Liverpool. That is, I think, an altering transfer for the Prem, right? I think Johnny said a lot of pundits have Arsenal maybe as the favorites now with Nkapie coming through. That was also one of the transfers that happened pretty late in the window. But I think Isak is a different level, different beast for Liverpool and for the Prem. Guys experienced. He's known. He bangs goals. Again, almost the same thing as Bayern, right? Liverpool has a way to create service for a striker. Darwin Núñez goes out. You slot Isak in there. Massive signing. Ederson, goalie from Manchester City, goes to Fenerbahce. Who else? Nico Jackson on loan to Bayern. And then there was a few other.
Yeah, Aston Villa picked up Harvey Elliott, Victor Lindelof, and
Jadon Sancho. Did you
Sancho
see
went to where?
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Nice.
Did you see Emi Martinez was crying and saying bye to the fans after his game?
Because he wanted to fucking get a move to United.
Yeah, and kept his ass back, bro.
Yeah, he that was a surprising one to me, how nobody wanted him. But Donnarumma to Man City. So Ederson leaves, Donnarumma slips in.
Not that good with his feet. So let's see.
I mean,
right. Same reason why Luis Enrique wanted him out, and then he gets slotted into a Guardiola team. Yeah,
I just need a good goalkeeper at this point.
Yeah. He did make a big save though in the game, but then they still lost. He got cut up at the end. Did you guys see the Brian goal at the end?
They got defensively. They got cut up as well.
Yeah,
like when the ball got played into the center striker, back to the guy, spun right into the feet of the guy who scored, and then shoot.
You didn't see this goal, Carlos? I'm gonna pull it out really quick.
Fucking
great goal.
You can see in transition how Man City, I don't know, they just look so disconnected. Where I don't know what center backs, what outside back wasn't in the right position, but I mean, Brighton did well there, just kind of quickly. I think it was like a 50-50, popped in, center forward, bounced it back to like a midfielder, into the channel, like into the seams, and then...
He overhit that pass, too. He overhit it slightly.
I thought he hit it well, though.
No, he overhit it slightly, and he had to, like...
Adjust?
He had to adjust to get it, and that's why the defender was able to catch up. So then the defender catches up, and then he chops it. Watch, Carlos. It was a good goal.
Honestly, at what point is Pep's job in trouble? Because he had a bad last season. I mean, right now, I think they lost today. What happened last week? Did they win? Have they won? Where are they in the rankings?
They've lost twice already. 1-1.
Yeah.
They've lost twice, won once.
Are you guys seeing this? I'm trying to make it bigger. Oh, there we go. That was a save I was talking about.
What a save, though.
Yeah, that was a save I was... Yeah. Look, you see how it goes slightly?
Yeah. That's just a defensive break. Oh, my God.
You see what I mean?
Just cooked him. Who was that? Who did that?
Great cut. I don't know this guy. He's a new guy.
Something, I don't even know what his name is.
He'll be at Chelsea.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on there? See?
Boom.
I mean, yeah, that's just a defensive breakdown.
Right here, look, right here.
Good 50-50? Ball there. That was a 50-50. Yep.
Bounce, boom. Yeah, defensively so shite. Look.
God.
Fantastic goal. Yeah, City is struggling.
Yeah, they're struggling.
City is struggling big time.
I think I don't. It depends. I mean, listen, he should be getting fucking like any other club. You do poorly your first 3 games, you should be fucking.
Yeah, safe. But
Pundits should be criticizing you because obviously Ruben's been getting heat for his first 3 games, right? But he has more. Does he have more wins, or does he have more points? He has more points than Pep right now.
yeah,
So
by a point.
yeah, but he's gotten a lot of shit. I mean, you lose to
Yeah,
Grimsby, and then
you
you
lose to
kind of
Grimsby.
drop points in the league. You lose one. They lost one, tie one.
Yeah, I mean, you get the benefit of the doubt. It's Guardiola. He's won a lot there,
Yeah.
but I almost feel like he's one of these guys where if it continues to go bad, he
He'll
himself
leave
is gonna
himself.
The
he's
jump
gonna
ship,
he'll
yeah.
step out. He'll step
He's
down.
not dumb.
Yeah,
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 he's not
Yeah,
dumb.
exactly.
He'll
Also,
know, like, it's over, it's over.
speaking of coaches getting sacked, that was another topic over the last few days, right? The last few Manchester United managers, Ten Hag, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and
Mourinho.
Mourinho, right? Mourinho getting the boot and going back to Portugal. So that was pretty interesting as well. How in the last couple of days, the old United managers just haven't done well. I kind of feel bad for Ten Hag, honestly. I feel like
it wasn't even his fault.
he gets on a short leash, right? Exactly. That team gets decimated by transfers. All his good
For real.
players leave. I don't know. I
It's
feel
tough.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
I would
that team
agree
has
with
no
that.
talent right now. So the fact that 2 games, it's like they knew going into the season that they're gonna cut this guy at some point.
Yeah,
you know,
I know,
like,
but at least give him a couple more games though.
yeah, 2 games is crazy.
Tough, ruthless by the Germans. I'll go quickly on my topic. Jackie Grealish, boy, is killing it. Good to see him back. It's good to see
He's
him
where
playing.
he belongs.
He's where he belongs. I saw some meme or some tweet that said like
Cult
Jackie
hero
Grealish
for every cult.
Hero.
is a cult hero, right? And I think it serves well because again, he was that player. Was it for Aston Villa?
Yeah.
Right? He was that
Yes.
player as a baby, right? Babyface Grealish, and was a cult hero at Aston Villa. Obviously did his thing at City. I also saw some other tweet. It was like Grealish is thriving being out of the like robotic City system, right? He's playing more freely, and you could see it in his game too, right? He's creating a lot more for Everton. And Everton, hey, new stadium, good vibes. I'm liking this new Everton side. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, you said he's where he belongs. Not at like a top 3 team in the Prem where he's only like a role player. Give him the leash. Free roll. Be all over the field. Do your thing. The fans love him. They get behind him. He's like one of their own. He's a person who likes to drink, get fucked up, show up on the weekends and score goals or assists. And he can do that at Everton. And now when Pep is trying to control his every move.
Yeah. Yeah, and he puts in the work too. He's one of like the few players that we follow on Instagram, and I feel like guy puts in a lot of work. He's like always posting his
Yeah,
runs and shit. So it's good to see him ball out. John, any thoughts on Grealish?
No, like I think, like we said, I think he is where he belongs in terms of a team where he can be the superstar. I don't think he's really that role player kind of guy, and having the liberty to like kind of just be your own player and show your personality and show who you are to the fans, and the fans kind of really accepting that and embracing it. And I think that's huge. I think one for him and his confidence after essentially being a flop at Man City, right? For all that money, because if you come with that big of a price tag, you have to deliver, and he didn't really deliver. So we're fans of him in terms of like his personality, and I mean he was really good for Aston Villa. So seeing him at Everton, and like you said, this new Everton side, their new image with new stadium, they got some decent players.
They got some pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, so he fits perfectly. He takes him a little bit above from what they're usually used to, and they'll surprise some teams and they'll surprise some people some weekends. So I'm excited to see them play. I'm not excited to play against them. Obviously, Arsenal get to play against them. So because they're always tough.
Stadium is sick,
dude. They're always tough
It's a
team
dope
to
stadium.
play. Right? They're always a tough team to play at their place, new place. Everyone's buzzing. So hey, we'll see.
Yeah. And
what about Sunderland though?
I love
Stadium of Light, bro.
I love Sunderland, dude.
They're back.
Yeah,
Xhaka too. Xhaka leading the way.
Yeah,
love to see Granit Xhaka back in the Prem.
You see Granit there, and the guy's like, just guy wants to ball in the best place possible, and like he's kind of got that leadership, persona, and people get behind him. You can see his experience. He's good. I think he's really good. So I mean,
solid there.
He's good for Sunderland. And I think they're not, for me. People had them. Well, that we've talked to said like they may get relegated. I don't think they'll get relegated. I think they'll stay up. I think they'll see another year in the Premier League. So
2 wins, right? 2 wins.
2 wins in 3 games, and I think it was a graph of European teams that have spent the most in Europe, and Sunderland was like 6.
So,
I mean, you spend that much money, they're staying up.
You kind of have
They're not relegating.
So
They
you
have
gotta
to.
remember, you gotta when you get promoted, the level changes drastically, right?
Yeah.
You've seen in the last couple years where newly promoted team to get relegated right away
Yeah.
because they didn't make enough signings, they didn't do enough in the offseason, and yeah, they competed, but they were really poor. We already knew who was getting relegated with like 6 weeks, 7 weeks left. So we're
Yeah.
like,
Wolves,
damn,
Wolves is getting relegated this year.
who?
Wolves.
Wolves. I think West Ham's gonna get relegated this year.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they look good this weekend.
They just beat somebody
They beat
3-0.
Nottingham for us. The last fucking
Naughty.
3 minutes of the game, 4 minutes. Of the game.
They look good. They got some goals. Was it Callum
Oh,
Wilson,
they got
right?
three in the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, dude, it was insane.
That's it.
Was that the
Yeah.
goal? Wilson like came in and out, in and out.
He was like dipping and weaving and going and getting, and he got there.
He made him bite at the last
Made
minute.
him bite last
pull
minute.
out.
He just nicked back post.
It's a great goal.
Yeah,
Let's touch on the Liverpool Arsenal. That was obviously the marquee matchup of the weekend. Game at Anfield. Stadium was buzzing. Kind of a slow game. To be honest, for the neutrals. It was a tactical game. It seemed like a game that was, like a match played in May. Winner takes the Prem. That's what it felt like to me. And then obviously Dominic Szoboszlai just scored a beauty. How was it? Like 35 yards out. It was literally the middle. It's 35. It was like 30 to 35 yards out, middle of the field. And he just whips it to the goalie's right side, post in. And that was really the game, honestly.
Yeah, me and Johnny were talking about it. It was either going to be a 0-0 game or, something special from either team to, end the game 1-0, and that's what happened.
Literally, that's literally word for word. Like, dude, this game in a draw. Excuse me. Defensively, both teams were pretty good. Like, that was probably Konate's best game I've seen in 3. Obviously, it's the beginning of the season. They've conceded 4 goals in the last 2 games. Right, the first 2 games. And I thought they were really good. I thought Kerkez was really good on Madueke.
Beast.
He was
wow.
very good. He defended Noni very, very well. Noni played well.
And he was good. Noni was good than Day.
It was a good matchup.
Yeah.
So I thought they played very well. Van Dijk was spot on. Konate was spot on. And I mean, Szoboszlai, when you're defending Martinelli, I mean, you're gonna be a fucking superstar right back every single day of the week. So I mean,
he made Szoboszlai look
he made him look good
in the world.
But I think overall, the first half, I thought Arsenal was the better team. First half, I thought the way we were set up tactically, I think it helped us contain their counterattack because that's what they look to do. They were sitting in deep and then they try to spring guys quickly. And Calafiori was spot on. Gabriel Mosquera, when he came on the first 3 minutes, you thought this guy was playing. He's played like a couple Premier League games. That was his first game of the year. And Timber's always good. So I thought defensively we were sound. I thought Zubimendi was good too with Rice. But then maybe in the second half, maybe we should have gone for it a little sooner.
Yeah.
Maybe been a bit braver earlier on in the second half because I think once the 70th minute came around and then when you want to introduce Eze and Odegaard, I think it's too late, right? I think the game has its identity and it's fast, it's going. Liverpool kind of caught a bit more steam at that point as well. Like they caught their part of the game where they got to be the better side. So, but we did well to negate that positive. What am I looking for? Stride of the game from Liverpool.
Yeah, the momentum.
There you go. Yeah, the positive momentum.
Salah wasn't good that game either, too.
No,
so
he's still in the Italians' pocket over in fucking Italy for international duty.
He had a heavy touch though. He had a heavy touch that game.
He couldn't find his rhythm.
Couldn't. Yeah, he could not.
Yeah, and that's due to I think Ricardo's fucking ability to defend the 1v1 because I thought he was phenomenal.
Really good.
1v1 against Salah on Sunday. I thought he was a rock star. 10 out of 10, 1v1 defending. Going forward, I always fancy him as well, but it's tough. We saw sparks with Eze for here and there, and I'm like, damn, I wish he came on fucking 20 minutes earlier. Yeah. There's no way.
Even Dalman too, honestly.
Yeah, he should have. He should have came on with Odegaard halftime. Martinelli should have came off, Eze in, Marino off, Odegaard in, and then
I mean,
what happens.
In hindsight, you would say that, but if you walk away at Anfield with a tie, you'd be okay with it too.
And that's what I told Carlos. Like, listen, you go to Anfield, you haven't won there since 2012. Obviously, you want to win, right? You want to pick up a result. You don't have Saka, you don't have Kai. You go in there, try to get the most out of everything, and if you do get the tie, the tactical setup is perfect, but you did it. So now, did it pay off the tactical setup? No, because people are gonna shit on you for it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we went in to defend the game. It looked like that with the setup we had, but I thought we were very dominant on the ball, right?
Yeah.
So it didn't look like we were sitting back, receiving pressure. It was actually the quite opposite. Liverpool was sitting back and kind of
Yeah.
receiving our pressure from the possession that we created because we were winning the ball back so quickly. So, and that's where I got confused. Where pundits were like, "Oh, this guy is like being like a tactical fucking terrorist. Like he's trying to not play football, and Liverpool's trying to play football," which confused me because I thought Liverpool was sitting back trying to
Yeah.
counterattack Arsenal. So, like, what is it? Is it I don't know if I'm missing something. Am I the biased one, or are people being a little too harsh on how the team was set up before the game started?
I just think I feel like the game, like there wasn't really that many shots. Do you know what I
Correct.
mean? So the game was very like stagnant. It was kind of in the middle. Game was played pretty much in the middle of the park, unless like somebody was like passing out, and then you get Van Dijk picking off what was it, 1 or 2 passes that almost
Yeah.
caused the goal, right? So I just feel like there wasn't enough action on both ends. It was a lot of like possession, and nothing really came out of it.
Definitely sucked for neutrals.
Yeah,
Sucked for neutrals.
was
for
not
sure.
was not a great game for
Yeah.
neutrals.
Not for the casual.
Yeah, but like for me, a fan of Arsenal or a fan like of football being so like precise and technical and tactically, there was like moments where I'm like, wow, this is fantastic. And I'm telling Carlos like right there, I'm like, dude, like look at the setup, look at how we're moving without the ball, look at Rice and Zubamendi interchange.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Marino's press as a second forward with Victor. Like, look how high up we're pressing. Like those things, I'm noticing, but I don't feel like obviously the
Yeah.
other people with a neutral eye aren't really looking into it like that. But I am because I'm like, okay, cool. Like we're at Anfield and we're dominant in these parts of the field during these moments of the game. I'm like, that's for. I mean, obviously, I want 3 points, right? Like nothing's more important than 3 points, but I'm like, that's fucking for us to go to Anfield and look like that. I'm like, all right, I'm a bit surprised because Anfield's Anfield and Liverpool at Anfield,
Yeah.
especially with the team they have. It's not easy. I'm just confused why some people or like some pundits or even our fans as well, like saying like Arteta's a coward and like he's fucking trying to like what's he doing with like Martinelli in the field. Like, I mean, I do agree with the change should have been done immediately at
Earlier.
midfield. So maybe that's my
Yeah.
only criticism to
Yep.
Arteta. Like you should have done it quicker. Like as a manager, either the setups pays off and you keep it all game at 0-0, or you make that change and go for it early on in the second half.
That's probably why people are saying it though.
Right? But
Right, because you have the ammo and you just don't use it.
we didn't
Yeah,
use it.
that's where I'd say he went wrong because obviously, if you walk away from Anfield with a point, people would take that as a positive. But when
Correct.
you're dominating Liverpool for the first 45 minutes, 3 points is what you go for.
That's it.
So at that point is where you make that change at halftime and go for the win, not, do it in the 70th and what looks like, momentum change and you sit back.
Yeah.
So when you have Liverpool against the ropes at Anfield, 1 point's not enough, kind of.
No, I agree. 100%. Down to the brass tacks. I agree 100%. That's why I'm like, at halftime, make these subs because we got them against the ropes. We were on their ass. We got to make it more difficult. We're our best players.
And you had a Liverpool without Isak. So now you got to play them back. Now you got to play them at home with Isak. So it's a different team. And you could have had them. So I think that's why people are pissed.
Yeah. So listen, it's early on in the season, and we have a tough stretch of games, and I think getting them out of Anfield early,
Out the way.
yeah,
Yeah, out the way.
You got United, you got Old Trafford and Anfield out the way early in the season, but you just gotta keep plucking away. Like I think we play City at home, and the way they're playing, you have to fucking obliterate them.
You got to demolish them.
Demolish them.
Yeah, I would agree. Let's look at the Inter Miami Seattle Sounders League Cup final. Played in Seattle. We'll look at some of these highlights together just to get some of your takes, and then we'll look at the fight that occurred at the end of the game. Yeah. So that's kind of what I want to say. So they were up 1-0, and then Inter Miami gets 2 really good chances created by Suarez that if they put one away, changes the whole game, right? But they miss both. Watch these.
What a ball.
Oh my God.
Messi sent that over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Great ball by Suarez.
How he hit it that bad? He was like by the 6.
What a run. What a ball. What?
Dude, Messi, all he has to do is just tuck it.
Get on
Look,
frame.
just
That's
tuck
that
it.
in.
It's a turf.
It was a rare miss.
Oh my God.
That's bad. That's pretty bad, too.
That was worse.
That might be worse. Oh, that is worse. Oh, that's got to be worse.
Oh my God.
Jesus, mate.
So that's kind of what I want to show you guys, because then obviously they get
That's piss poor.
2 goals scored on them, and that was kind of the game right there, right? 1-0. They get these 2 chances created by Suarez, miss both. Messi missed one of them, and then Seattle scores 2 late goals, close it out, 3-0, and then the fight ensues after. Suarez gets into a fight. Sergio Busquets like jabs somebody in the
I saw
jaw.
that.
The young Mexican kid.
The young
He's the
Mexican
one that, I
kid.
think Busquets is kind of the one that started it because he's the one
Yeah.
that threw the punch.
Yeah. Busquets throws a punch, everything goes crazy, and
the
then
kid's just
Suarez, I
yapping.
think,
The kid's just chirping.
yeah, and then
Come on, like I just
then-
beat you guys.
exactly, and then
And I'm
Suarez,
chirping, so
and then
Busquets
Suarez
puts
spits
a little
at.
bit of
He does.
Yeah.
weight
does.
behind that.
Yeah, he does.
What a bitch.
Yeah, that was a wild move from him.
Yo, Luis Suarez, fantastic footballer. He's a fucking scum though.
Scummy.
He's a scum.
That's the thing about-
Go ahead.
That's the thing about South Americans, right? It's like
They're scummy.
they're very tough, sore losers, especially
They're sore losers.
Brazilians, Argentinians, Uruguayans specifically. Great competitors, but not great losers.
Scummy. I mean, listen, dude, I've had my scummy moments before, right? Some scumbag moments, but Suarez is a fucking scumbag.
Spitting's
Yeah, I don't know
below,
about.
man.
Yeah, no, that's pretty bad. Like, listen, love to have him on my team though. To be honest, like, guy could be on my fucking team every day of the week because he just that's how I do love a scumbag for me for my own benefit. They'd be on
For
my
sure.
fucking team sheet, but seeing as a neutral, I'm like, damn, that sucks, dude. Like, you're just a piece of shit.
Yeah, it is on. What I was saying, or what I was thinking, it's twofold, right? It's like Suarez is scummy for doing that, but also like the other kid, the Mexican or whatever, like have some class. Like you won, right? Like
No.
you guys would talk shit for winning.
Cut the take right there, bro. Don't continue.
No, come on.
Do
dude.
not continue, bro.
Nah, I can't. I see Solomon too. I was like, oh,
You would
brother.
chirp?
You can chirp, bro. And
Especially the Suarez.
that's why I said
Come
no.
on.
No. Listen, I probably give you the Busquets. Like, yo, Busquets hit that. Busquets, you're a bitch, but you hit him because he was chirping at you. And listen, people fight, but Suarez, bro, you should get beat up by everyone in Seattle. Like, no, bro. There's
Dude, there was
no
a
shot.
huge fight. Inter Miami and Seattle fans. Will watch
Really?
that
Oh,
watch
fuck,
that
I
on
love that.
Twitter. They went.
I think I saw like a brief, but just
They
seeing
go
like
off.
Inter Miami fans and Seattle Sounders fans fight each other, I'm just like, who are these fans that care that much about these teams?
There's some
And-
big
And
ultras.
I
in the
don't
MLS.
even think they were really even fighting because it was Miami versus Seattle. I think it was just
Afterwards.
a drunk base of people versus another drunk base of people, and they just fought.
Probably.
Not because they even give a fuck about their teams like that.
Nah. I think it's both.
I think they're both chirping. I
But
didn't have
come
to
on.
be chirping.
Come on, dude.
It's like a domino effect. Like,
I think I saw someone grab a pole and knock a guy out
Probably.
that was on the floor, bro. I was like, it was nuts. They were definitely
Probably.
They're definitely South American.
Seams, brothers.
They were not
seams.
American fans.
But
Seattle does
Diego,
love their
the
soccer teams,
Mexican
though.
kid can chat all he want, brother.
Come on, dude.
Come on,
Of
dude.
course.
Come on, dude.
He just beat
You're-
Suarez, Messi, and Busquets, and Suarez had him in like a little headlock and was probably chirping at him right there.
They
And all he did was keep chirping.
He probably was chirping like from the beginning. But my point is like you can't even sniff the career that Suarez had. Okay,
come
you beat him, but who gives a fuck? Like,
What do you mean? Who gives a fuck?
Suarez gave a fuck. That's why he got mad.
One, it means a lot to the kid, man. Like, the kid
of course, but like,
You're not gonna tell me because you have your accolades outweigh mine that I didn't just beat you and I'm not gonna chirp. I'm gonna be in your fucking ear, brother. Like,
nah, that's
all
where
your
we're different.
accolades, I'm gonna chirp, bro. Come on.
That's where we're different,
that's
man.
what this
That's
game.
crazy,
That's what the
dude.
game needs, man. That's what we miss about the game sometimes. Like, people can
Game's
talk about
gone.
it being like respect and bro, people can respect whoever. Listen, he probably has so much respect for them, but I think at the time there,
Yeah.
he's just a competitor and he's just the guy who won.
For sure. Like, things probably got heated. Like, yeah, I've done a fair share in my time too. But I don't know if it's Suarez, it's Messi, it's Busquets. Like, dude,
I
you
mean,
won.
Messi,
All right, just
Messi
let
was
it
even
go.
part of that.
You just sound like a fan. You just don't want your idols getting chirped at. That's what you sound like a little bit.
No, it's just like, dude, like I don't know.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, it might be. I love Messi.
I would
love
respect
Messi
them,
more than probably
you know,
the
like,
next guy. And I know
respect
you love
my
Messi
elders.
as well. But listen, Suarez is the last person that you shouldn't like. Suarez.
Everyone should chirp at that
Everyone
guy.
should chirp at Suarez because he's a prick. Like,
okay, but that's
off
what
the
I was
rip, you're
saying.
chirping at Suarez.
The opposite or the other side of the coin. What I was saying is, like, again, you've had 10, 20 times better of a career than this guy chirping at you. Just let it go. Like,
Yeah,
I would just laugh.
on their end, yeah.
On that
I would
end,
just laugh
correct.
and
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
all right,
Suarez would have won if he just laughed at the guy and walked
correct.
away.
That's it.
Now Suarez is probably done up.
Be a role model. You know, you have kids. You've had a crazy career. Just let it go. Like, you lost. Big deal. Just laugh at the kid. That's probably the best thing he's gonna win, right?
Yeah, probably.
So
But now
I
the
don't
kid
know.
won much more.
Exactly. No, he did. That's it. He won the
He
battle.
really won.
He won the
said
battle and he won the war.
He
Because
won. Yeah, that's it, man. That's so. Yeah, it's really bad. Especially like you said, there are guys who've won so much, and there's guys that had such an influence on the game in a positive way, like with like their ability on the field and what they've done and what they've won, and then stuff like this is like. I mean, it's not the first little scandalous thing that Suarez does. So he keeps piling them up, and it looks worse and worse, you know. But at the end of the day, people are still gonna look at him as a footballer. To be honest, like people, yeah, you're a scum, but
always,
you're a
always,
phenomenal
yeah.
footballer, and he'll always be referred as a phenomenal footballer.
It'll always outweigh. I
Yeah,
saw
I
some
think so.
tweet. I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw a tweet about the staff member that got spit on. I think he jokingly said, "I thought he was gonna bite me."
Yeah,
That's a good
he
one.
took it well as well. He made a little clapback comment.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
the media.
So he,
Give me fair shout. Fuck
yeah.
me too, bro.
So he won the battle, I think, as well there. So Inter Miami get housed by Seattle. Seattle, I mean, both teams proved that they can play at a decent level in the Club World Cup. I don't think it's a surprise that Seattle and Inter Miami made it to the League's Cup final. But Seattle was just a better team in the day. And then obviously, you know, the fight afterwards didn't need to happen. But I think it just
It's what
highlights.
we need in the game. It's what the MLS needs.
You think the MLS needs that?
Just a little bit. Just a little passion. It just feels like it lacks passion, especially from the European guys that come in. You just don't, they're just there to show up.
This is what South America brings.
Malcriados.
Malcriados is right. Fellas, great catching up. We will talk tomorrow about the international window. Johnny has a jersey. We got some big ones coming up. We'll talk tomorrow.
CONCACAF, Costa Rica, Guatemala coming up.
Yes,
See you,
sir.
fellas.